Hello, welcome back to Britain. We're currently at war with Burgundy, and well, we have managed to get also Denmark as a vassal. And of course, this means that we now have a pretty good grip on Scandinavia. As you can see, Denmark has a ton of cores in the area, and so does Norway. So basically, I can get most likely, or almost definitely, at least get Sweden out of the colonization game. We can almost block off here. So basically, that means as long as I get control of Aden and the Mediterranean, that colonization will be, well, me and me alone, which of course is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Anyways, we're just going to continue our war with Burgundy. We are most likely just going to take back the two cores that Flanders have, and most likely just release Nevers. That seems to be, that really seems to be all that we'll be doing in this war. And then, of course, we'll see if we can get ourselves into war with either Sweden or most likely both Sweden and also Holstein. I'm a little bit unsure how we'll do that. I might actually have to wait 5 years just to make sure that I can actually go to war with Austria here, in an more or less an attempt to keep them out of the war, of course. On the most funny enough, though, we had no prestige issues at the time. Usually, or before, we had quite a lot of them thanks to the New World and their leadership changes, but it solved itself. And with that, of course, it means that I have no fear of losing my my integration here with France, which currently is at 91.3%. Slowly but surely inching forward. 5 more years, and hopefully they'll pass quickly. We'll see what we end up with. For now, however, I'll just allow the war with Burgundy to end, and then we'll see if we attack Holstein or Sweden more or less about now. We'll see. Also, since I will most likely not be taking any promises for myself in this war, there's no reason for me to actually wait with using my admin tech, or upgrading admin tech at least, so we are going to do that. Level 14 administrative tech has been reached, Treasury Office and Town Hall can now build both of them, and of course we get another group of ideas. Now, this one is kind of I'm kind of unsure what I really want to do here. I'm really tempted to take diplomatic ideas. Extra diplomat, I can have more diplomatic relations. There's a lot of peaceful vassalization that I can potentially do in Europe, so it's not a bad idea. I can also force Austria, Bohemia to release states, so getting that extra diplomat is probably a good idea. And of course, to find that I can slow down the time to fabricate claims, I will get some, well, free casus belli, diplomatic reputation. It's more or less all of it good. So even though I would most likely prefer to take a military idea, we are going to sacrifice a little bit of, or even more diplomatic tax here by taking diplomatic ideas. We'll get another diplomat right away here. An extra one, thank you. And with that, I kind of have to check which one of the vassals I need to send him to, but it should be fine, we'll figure it out. For now, however, we'll just wait for this last province to be sieged, and then we'll make peace. We can more or less now end the war with Burgundy. We have everything we need. No reason to actually fight Hungary or Venice, I think. I could have used it all to my advantage, but nothing really much I can do here. Really, we will be just going for having them hand over those provinces, and also releasing, as you can see here, Nevers. So that should work fine. It'll cost me 50 diplomatic power, but something we can handle. We'll also, of course, take any gold that we can get our hands on, because I'm a greedy asshole. But that's fine. And also, I don't want to actually give up the deal. Oh, Friesland is back. Well, I could have really had use for you. I'll have to give up actually the deals with Venice for now. Venice would have been the bigger foe if they actually had entered the battle, so that should work out just fine. And if I actually fabricated a claim on Nevers, I would have been sorry for myself there, but I didn't, so that's very nice. We also managed to pull off the mission, improve our prestige, so that is wonderful. I also apparently need to improve my relations with Flanders here a little bit, so for our next annexation raid, it'll probably be Granada, Provence, Brittany, Flanders, and Hainaut. So there'll be those 5 provinces or vassals. I don't have any worries with neither Denmark nor Norway because of the simple fact that we will be giving back land to them. So I don't really imagine more or less that it would be horrible to make something work here. I'm also very tempted to take something here from take Hamburg for example, or probably something a little bit cheaper, Friesland, still from the Hansa. I might actually just take Mecklenburg. That should actually work out just a lot better to fabricate claims or potentially vassalize Pomerania here, to get my casus belli on Holstein, of course, and otherwise just be mean to them, more or less. That is kind of the idea here. But for now, we'll get our troops to Norway and Denmark here, and then I think we'll declare war on Sweden. Do a quick little check here, army-wise, how many men they actually have. The Swedes have 40,000, but they are at war with the Russians, so I will expect those numbers to dwindle pretty damn quickly. Anyways, we can take a new mission here. Reclaim the holy city. Do I want to do that? No. Do I want to colonize the Caribbean? No. Do I want to rely more on trade income? I don't think I can actually get my trade income up to 60%. Seriously, that would be scary high. So what I think we're actually just going to do is colonize the Caribbean. Might as well just finish that piece. And to be honest, before I get a colonist ready, this one will probably be colonized, and so with this one. I think that actually belongs to English Columbia, so it doesn't really matter. No, it actually belongs to the Caribbean, so there's 2 more there that can be colonized. As you can see, they don't really have any issues with these guys yet. They haven't actually been able to call them, but hopefully they'll do that or get that done very soon. We'll see. For now, however, as I said, we'll be moving troops to Norway and Denmark, and then we'll declare on Sweden. See how that goes. Well, this could get interesting. Austria just broke their alliance, which means that I will not actually be called into any wars where they are a participant. Also, if we do a quick little check here, Austria does actually have 63,000 men. We could actually have considered going to war with them first. Breaking up Austria would potentially be a great way of doing things. They have rivaled me. So yeah, getting myself into war with them is probably actually for the best here. I'm a little bit unsure if attacking the Swedes will be the best way of doing that, but at least now I do have a reasonable way of, or an idea when it comes to attacking Holstein here. So I think we'll actually go after Holstein first. Once again, we'll do it without a casus belli, but let's face it, I think I can rely on the French here to crush the Austrians pretty well. The only problem, of course, is that they have most of their troops in their lands. I can also rely on my navies to keep, well, I don't have to rely on my navies, but why do I even take the navies into consideration? They don't actually matter here. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that I can take down Austria if I go for it. So I will keep one army here, of course, to deal with Holstein and everything else. But we'll move the... no, this one is actually to protect trade in, I believe... pretty sure it's the Antwerpen. Anyways, we will be moving these guys back to Europe, and we will be using them to attack Austria here. That is definitely the plan. And of course, if I can just decimate Austria now once and for all, that means that I will stand pretty damn strongly when it comes to being potential next Holy Roman Emperor, or potentially when I actually start vassalizing the Holy Roman Empire to potentially create it. We'll see. There's a lot of what ifs here, but attacking Austria is definitely in our best interest. This one actually took a hit during that last war too, so I think we need to build some caravels, 3 caravels here to actually help that out. I'm also building a 25 fire fleet, basically 5 heavy ships and 25 light ships. A combination navy that will mostly be used for fighting. I'm pretty sure that will be one of the biggest navies around, or one of the potential strongest. So, aside the Ottoman, of course, I can most likely deal with the Hansa with that. I can most likely deal with Oman. So, unless I want to go up against the Ottomans, I should be fine with that. I'll probably just have to add some more heavy ships if I want to go up against them, but it should be perfectly fine. Let's just say that. So, got my troops here back, and I think we're actually ready to warn the Austrians. The French will most likely be able to cause quite a lot of problems here. Milan don't want to join the war, which is fine. The only issue here, of course, is that Austria will most likely become war leader. There will be a ton of smaller nations here that will be bothering me as well. Bar here, I might actually just go for the annex of them, sell them to Provence. I don't have any reason not to, so I'll probably definitely do that. Of course, I'll take a little bit of aggressive expansion, but it's perfectly fine. I will most likely also, as I said here, force the Austrians to hand over as many provinces as possible here, which I hopefully will weaken them. We'll have to see about that, but yeah. I am uncertain about this because it's quite the gamble. It could go horribly, horribly wrong. And as you can see here, even the aggressive expansion by just doing this will echo through Europe. We do have the diplomatic points and the admin points though to get stability back up, so we are going to take the chance here. We are going to hopefully screw over Austria, which is the goal here. I have no idea once again if there's actually an enemy navy here, but once again, that should be fine. I know if the French army here will be able to cause any major losses for the Austrians, and I think I'll also hire a general. He only got 5 move, he got 4 siege though, so I'll probably be a genius siege general. And also here with the French joining into this battle, we should be able to decimate that Austrian army. The French here will of course be decimated on this end though, which is kind of horrible, but not much we can do about that. Have my armies become weaker? It actually looks like that. Let's get those guys back home. Am I behind in army tech? No, I'm not. The French are. This could turn ugly. I might just have done a horrible mistake here, but let's see. 40. We outnumber them quite a lot, but I have an army down here, so I think we'll actually march this one north for just for this war, just to try and help out a little bit. More or less. Also, I need the Danes to participate, Norwegians to participate. I'll have to see how much I'm actually at war with now. I'm at war with this. Not impossible to defeat, mind you. It should actually be quite easy. So let's just get right onto it. The Austrians here lost quite a bit of force, or a lot of their forces. I took quite the loss myself here, so these guys will just retreat to France, get healed. Hopefully France won't be doing anything stupid here, like marching into the heart of their lands and attack. And there we go, we have a new general here. I'll just allow this army to reinforce a little bit, or for a couple of months, and then we'll go for another war, or another battle. But as you can see, they actually spread out and potentially will get themselves into trouble. I am kind of hoping here that the Austrians will attack in Breisgau. Now I'm not, because of course they will, Hainaut here will be decimated, and all in all, the fact they're allowing that army to do whatever it wants is kind of bad policy, so to speak. But we'll deal with that, hopefully. So for now, I'll just get this army to start sieging in. With these guys, I think I can actually make peace with Holstein on. Yeah, I can actually make peace with Holstein on my own. So what we're just going to do is slowly but surely screw them over, and hopefully get something out of that. As you can see, I can get every single thing that the Danes own right here, right now. So that'll be the idea. And other than that, I wish I could actually force nations to give up the Roman Empire, but unfortunately I can't do that. Unfortunately, but as I said here, sieging will be of importance. So hopefully here we can make something work. I'll drag the Danes with me to Schleswig, and we should be able to protect that. The French here has managed to get themselves completely decimated, and as a result of that, this war is very open. I have a lot of troops up north, and I have a lot of troops in New World too. That is kind of what is skewing the graphs in my favor here. Well, not really my favor when you think about it that way. I might just have made a horrible mistake, but if I can actually at least get, as I said, what I want here, Austria won't be able to attack my forces. That's kind of the main point here. They will not be attacking me personally. They will most likely just be attacking my my vassals. They'll probably march into France, and that's the end of it, I would presume. And of course, the French actually have another huge army down here that they're currently hunting down this army with, which could potentially be good. Anyways, I think I'm actually going to turn my king here into... I can afford to lose him now, I think. The heir is also fairly good. Having a weak claim is kind of horrible, especially considering everything, but I need another general, and I don't want to waste too many military points on that. I do have pretty high army tradition though, but I still don't want to waste any points on... Well, I will have to now. So I got a 3-3-3-1. That is actually fairly alright. Christopher Northumberland. Hopefully here you can win the war for us. But yeah, I will most likely just join up these two armies and attempt to use them as a unified force. We're going after these guys first. And hopefully I can actually march... Yeah, it's Holy Roman Empire land, that's why I can march through it. But as I said, yeah, I'll show you the bigger battles. I don't expect there to be too many of them. And hopefully, yeah, all I'm really after is the Danish provinces and potentially weakening Austria. We'll see how it goes. Well, this battle is actually something I will lose, but the battle has gone on for forever. I have no idea when it actually began. That is, I wish I could actually check that. The problem is, of course, the fact that they actually just have 17,000 troops left, and then the Austrians joined up a fairly large army. I have no idea why the battle actually took forever, but it was more or less trench warfare, if you can actually call it that, and as a result, we didn't do too well, but didn't do too badly either. we'll keep that guy. And we'll kill off this army, hopefully. Or probably not. We're just going to try and run here if I can. Once again, this war is not going in our favor at all. And I think a reason for that is that I can't actually join up my forces, and the Austrians are more or less being, well, dicks about it. Hopefully here I will actually march down south here and try and help those guys. But I'm a little bit surprised that the French and everyone else is actually suffering more overextension than the army that actually belongs here, more or less. It's quite surprising, to be honest. But if I join up these 10,000 men so far in enemy territory, we should be able to potentially score a very important victory here. I would at least presume we would be able to, but we'll see. A lot of things here can probably go askew and hurt us. And I once again forgot that I was supposed to send these guys to Africa, but that's fine. But yeah, we are definitely getting skewed here, which is a little bit surprising. But, oh, this Austrian army is screwed. It's just cannons left, mostly. So, 25,000 men here are cannons, and 4,000 are regular soldiers. If we actually lose this on morale, I will be very surprised. I guess I'm actually... I'm okay with this. If these guys can actually run all the way home, I'm going to applaud them. They actually can. That is disconcerting. That is really disconcerting that the Austrians were allowed to run from here all the way home. But not much I can do about that. We'll continue the war next time. I think we can actually grasp a victory here. Judging by the sheer amount of artillery they have. If I can just slaughter their, well, regular forces, we can probably make something work. If I can up the rate of revolts, I can probably have someone break free. There's a lot of potential here. We'll hopefully be able to pull something off, as I said. I can't guarantee it, but we'll see how it goes. Of course, that'll have to wait for next time. Holstein here is more or less falling, so that should also be fine. There's some rebels in Norway, but nothing to worry about. We'll continue our war against the Holy Roman Empire next time. I do call it the Holy Roman Empire because that's basically what Austria is about to become. I might actually ally Bohemia in order to help taking Austria down, but both of them are kind of dangerous. We'll see. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and hopefully I'll see you around next time. Bye.